This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time, and we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks. Perfect. Okay, 3 of 4.
El hospital
還元一級の先というのは本当に誰も知らない字ばっかりでしょうね。私は
Okay, we've leveled up and it is time to pick another language. Morfar är tröttare än vanligt. Maten är färdig. And let's see what we're doing when we get back. Greek. We're doing Greek when we get back. Ben neredeyse her gün okula giderim. Fun fact. Turkish. Hello, Shakespeare. How you doing? Fun fact, in Spanish, the word for bishop in chess is alfil. And that actually comes from Arabic. Fil. The same word fil as this. Meaning elephant, because the bishop traditionally was to represent elephant units somehow. Similarly, in Russian, the word for bishop is skor, and that also means elephant. This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time, and we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Ça, ça, c'est ça, ça, que c'est ça, non ça, c'est ça, sol chi sa che nulla sa, ne sa più di chi ne sa. Ecco.
Bonjour et bienvenue à Hyperpolyglotting avec Élise. Moi c'est Élise, traductrice, éditrice et écrivain avec 20 ans de travail. Et ça c'est la transmission en direct ou en jeu des jeux, surtout GeoGuessr en dernier temps. Et parle des langues, de la linguistique, de l'acquisition des langues.
10-159. Haven't made a huge dent in it, but we're getting there. Okay, gonna do some Chinese now. Nej. Nej. Man. Igen. Jo. 5. Ducks are drinking wine. Bangla, okay, Bangla's is duck. Okay, I have now leveled up. Let's see what the XP situation is now. 10,340 out of 12,500. And as always, viewers can choose my next language for me just with a follow and a $5 to my Patreon.
Sotto le frasche del capanno 4 gatti grossi stanno. Sotto 4 grossi sassi, 4 grossi e grassi gatti. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Facile. Sì, sì, ecco, la gente, è la cosa che mi dice la gente, sempre che scoprisce che quante lingue parlo, io sempre avevo l'impressione, diciamo, di che non era così, non era tan così, ma poi, dopo di aver visto qualche poliglota in YouTube, una delle cose che avevo scoperte era giustamente che la metodologia usata da quella gente poliglota che non avevo mai conosciuta prima, era più o meno la stessa metodologia che usavo io. I buy a computer or what? Here's another example. I like to point these out. For this word for or, what sounds vaguely like Hogun and the Hok in Hogun in Korean or Waku in Japanese, and that appears it is the exact same kind of character.
Okay, let me.
Un chasseur, sa son chassé, ses chassés sont son chien de chasse.
Der dicke Dach.
Okay, der dicke Dachdecker deckt dir dein Dach, drum dank dem dicken Dachdecker, dass der dicke Dachdecker dir dein Dach deckt. Hola y bienvenidos al directo de Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. Yo soy Elisa, traductora, escritora, editora y comunicadora social con más de 20 idiomas de trabajo. Y aquí vamos a estar jugando videojuegos, sobre todo GeoGuessr, y hablando de idiomas, la mejor forma de aprenderlo y caleta más. Zwei Zwetschgenzweigen zwitscherten zwei tschechische Schwalben. Tres tristes tigres tragaban trigo en un trigal en tres tristes trastos. Oh, I see. This is Diche Ishai Fui, which means, do you want food? But, yeah, are you hungry, that kind of thing. How are the boys? Cocine tapón. Pozo milao. Pote. Buenese. Proteine. Topulo. In the designated chicken-eating area, obviously. Okay, still 3 times I have to defeat him. And I don't have a whole lot of health left.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So, anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Monsieur. Livre. Liwe, livre.
Paks,
Mustan kissan paksut posket.
Maciej,
Ja.
ja, si, vysoký, Maciejek. Proč? Inter. Počkej. A. Si.
Track 6.
Aspri petra xes aspri apton ilio xex asproteri. Aspri petra xes aspri apton ilio xes asproteri.
Encoginio panas.
Oh boy.
Ad ferad verda ferra ferda vetri.
Jacob. Hefed. 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 Hek. Hek. Hek.
Саша пошест.
А Саша по шоссе несла сушку на счастье и сосала сушку. А Саша по шоссе несла сушку на счастье и сосала сушку.
Mwalimu.
This is Arabic. And it's from Mu'allim.
Juma ni mwalimu mke. Trakt
Ирак чима в чипах чемп чавю чи ченчи чини. Чирак чима в чипа да, чирак чима в чипцах чемп чавю чи ченчи чини. Бакакит алшит. Хикрин. Бакакит алши хикрин. Akakit alshi krikrips.
Oh, things do cat sounds. Meow and the pictures of the fish. That's they were proud.
Sööpel. Kubu. Üritavad. Puraista. Omena.
Are in the city center. And it's got some interesting aspects to it.
여자는 어느 나라에 있습니까? 여자는 어느 나라에 있습니까? 여자는 어느 나라에 있습니까?
Countries or living things.
兄の名前は
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So, anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Lo que pasa es que bueno, la manera, y esto se ve en tantos lugares, no es cuestión regional, sino más bien de un problema fundamental de la pedagogía oficial de los idiomas extranjeros, y que la manera en que se enseñan en tantos lugares, en las clases, en el colegio, no tiene nada que ver con el estado actual de la investigación sobre lo que se llama adquisición de idioma.
Doesn't, you can try something else.
In fact, I would say often you really know you're getting it with languages if you can't really explain why something's right, but you just bloody well know it's right. Hi, and welcome to Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. I am Elise, translator, editor, and writer with 20 working languages, and this is where we talk about languages and language learning and all sorts of other stuff, and we play games. This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Perfect. Okay, 3 of 4.
El hospital es
還元一級の先というのは、本当に誰も知らない字ばっかりでしょうね。私は
Okay, we've leveled up and it is time to pick another language. Morfar är tröttare än vanligt. Maten är färdig. And let's see what we're doing when we get back. 3.
Hello and welcome to Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. I'm Elise, translator, writer, editor with 20 working languages, and translator of lost texts over on Instagram. And this is the stream where we're going to play some chess and look at surprising free resources that will help you learn a new language. I'm going to start out with some Puzzle Rush, but first we're going to start out with getting these windows where they need to be. Now, my all-time record is 38. And yesterday, I had a really good chess day, and I got as far as 37. Let's see if I can manage to get there and get to equal or perhaps even exceed my record of 38. How's everybody doing, chat? Where's the window? There we go. Okay, these are all going to be easy ones for a while, probably all back rank mates. This king is stuck, so if I take this, it's mate. Okay. This king has nowhere to go if my queen goes here. And it doesn't look like there's any way to block me, so this should be mate. So will this be after I take that rook? Mate. And let me see, what have we got here? So the knight is taking away these two squares from the king. The rook is taking away these. Then there's also the bishop. So this should be mate. Okay, so what do we got here? This is check. Okay. Going to draw some lines. So that queen covers these squares. And this one. So rook covers these. Black's queen covers... no. Black's queen covers all of these. These. And these. Okay. Now if I take here, then I guess white has to take back the pawn. That opens up this. And that would be mate once I put my queen here. Wait, no? What were they looking for? Okay, that's just a free rook. This is going to be mate in just a second. There we go. This is ladder mate. Mate. This is white to move. Okay, so the knight's covering those squares, the pawn's covering this square. So this ought to be mate. I'm going to nudge the king back. Now that's mate. Okay, this is a free bishop. I'm not sure that's what they want me to do. Okay, what happens if... okay, if knight here, king's in check. Where does the king go? King can't go here or here. That's mate. Sometimes they decoy you with a free piece. Take here. Pawn takes back. Then this should be mate. Okay. King's kind of stuck here. Okay. In that case, what happens? I guess the only thing then is this. Okay, what else is going on here? Is there something I'm missing? Like, what happens after pawn here, for one thing? Oh, I see. I take here, king takes back, and then I can fork the rook. Okay, right now, this knight is standing between my bishop and a free rook. take here, that attacks the knight, and the knight has to move. Of course, the question is always, what else is going on? And that question becomes more and more important as we progress in this game. Is there any other thing that looks promising here? I don't see it. This bishop cuts the king off here. But this bishop cuts my queen off. I've also got to look at this. This is mate in 1 if what I do next isn't forcing. Oh, but hold on. That is a free queen. Okay. Go here, we deflect the queen. Well, we're attacking the queen anyway. Either the queen takes back, in which case I could just move this queen here, and I think that'll be mate. Or rook takes, in which case I just take the queen, and then that's also mate. Wait, no? Okay, I've only got 1 wicket in hand at this point. That's complicated. But we'll see how many runs we can get on the board with 1 wicket. Okay, knight covers these squares. Pawn covers this square. Okay. Now, this is bad news. That's mate. That's mate in 1. So whatever we have to do has to give check, or take the queen, or this rook. Only check I see here is we win a queen and a rook for a queen. Okay, this pawn covers these squares. This rook protects the queen. That's mate. Okay, we have to have a forcing move here because if this black rook is allowed to take that bishop, no, that isn't mate. That actually isn't because the rook's here. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought. Now this pawn covers this square. Now this is mate. Okay, another knight fork, I think. Because if we take, then the king has to take here. Then knight here, and I'm forking the rook and the king at the same time. And I win a rook. we're getting into something. What's going on here? Okay. So this king is in a bit of bother. This square's cut off, this square's cut off, this square's cut off. Right now, so are these by the queen. But I don't actually see... Let's see, there must be a mating move here. Or an almost mating move. How can I give check here? I mean, there's this, which also attacks the queen. That opens up this square to the rook. So, okay. So, knight here, pawn takes. Rook here, king's in check. Has to go here. And queen here, I think. No, apparently not. Okay, gonna give that another go. This is mate. This is mate. Okay. One of the trouble of the early phases of Puzzle Rush is it is very easy to overthink everything. Oh wait, this... Oh, I see. That rook is hanging. Hello, Badger. How you doing? See, I'm sitting here calculating all this shit here when all I needed to do was take a free rook. And a free queen. Okay. And now the first thing I notice here is a free queen. And the first question is, when you see a free queen, is there something better than that on the board? Or a reason why you another reason why you shouldn't take the queen. Okay, what's this? Okay, so that attacks the rook. The rook has to move. And then this pawn is pinned. So yeah, no, that's nothing. That is not a thing. This is mate. So is this. Mate. So bishop and rook are both attacking this square. And the queen is cutting off this one. Queen and rook both aiming here. And the king's got nowhere to go. This is a nudge. And a smothered mate. That's mate 2. Okay. Oh, I see. This is mate because the king is completely stuck. This is black to move. We go here, then queen takes. And then here. And I guess the queen takes here. And we're moving towards promotion, I think. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting into the more complicated ones now. Okay. So, problem we've got here. We got a couple of problems actually. First of all, if I allow this rook to take the other rook, it's mate. So whatever I've got to do has got to actually put black's king in check. What have I got to do that? Okay, if I go here, king's in check, queen has to take. Then the queen no longer protects this rook. Go here, king's in check, king has to move, and then I can take the queen. And I win a queen and a rook for a queen. Not bad. Wait, not that? Now I'm really curious what I missed there, because I... Mate. Pushes the king away. And that was headed towards a winning endgame. Okay. Go here, I think. That defends this knight. Puts the king in check. And where does the king go at that point? Nowhere, really. Okay, take this bishop, queen takes back, and we're in the exact same situation we were already in. Okay. Queen here attacks this undefended rook. what does that actually get me, though? Well, let's see. Yeah, there we go. Okay, what do we got here? So this knight is cutting off this square for the king. So if I go queen here, the king has to do one of two things, which I think ultimately give me mates. Oh, well. Yeah, no, that was not mate, that was forking a queen. That's mate. Okay. Go here, that puts the king in check. And I guess rook here to block, or king over here. Then take the knight, attacking the queen. And I get a bishop, is that it? Is that what's going on here? No, that's not what was going on here. Mate. One wicket in hand. An uncomfortable place to be. Okay, one option here is knight takes, pawn takes, that's check again. Okay. So now what? Guess here? Okay, the rook and the queen are both eyeing this square here. Okay. So let me think about that a second. So queen here, that's check. King goes
here. Queen here. And I think that's mate. You calculate all those moves, and then it turns out actually all they wanted was the first move of the variant. Okay, so the question here is, do I take with this rook or do I take with that rook? I think I must be taking with this one. Okay, we got another king in trouble. Go here. And then, okay, so this entire rank is out. This diagonal is out. Okay, so if I go here, king has to go here. But this bishop is covering that square. You just make sure. Just adjust these windows a little bit so that you can see all the squares here. Okay, another option here. Queen here. Okay. So the problem is this queen and this bishop. I gotta find a way that they don't matter. Thank you. Ah, fuck. It also facilitates my mouse dropping. Yeah. Thing is, since it's on OBS, I actually can't hear the music.
that wasn't it. Okay, no problem. Free queen. Mate. Start over. It's all trees. Just lots and lots of trees. Just trees. Oh, this is black to move. And this is mate. Okay, that king is in trouble. Let's see how we can put that king in additional trouble. Ah, okay, so that bishop is actually defending that knight. Cool. Okay, my king here, this is black to move. Black's king is not exactly not in trouble. But this king isn't looking good either. Unfortunately, that was not the way to do it. Oh, yeah, this pawn's there. Okay. Oh, this is a neat one. Okay, so you take this and the king goes here. And so the kings are both facing each other, which is something called the opposition. Because the king can't move, neither king can move forward as a result of that. Then this rook comes down here, and it's mate. Okay, we got white to move. Okay, so one option is rook here. Don't think that helps me too much. And part of what I'm looking at is this pawn is potentially promoting. So the goal here is to make that promotion happen. That was not the way to make that promotion happen. Winning a rook. Okay. That pawn moved 2 spaces just now, so one thing to consider is whether en passant makes any difference here. I go here. Then I take. And moving this pawn here would then give me check. Got 1 wicket in hand, so let's just make sure. Okay, checks out so far. And we get a knight. Okay, so the goal here is to get this pawn to promote. That means not allowing this king to block it. So if we go here, then this king cannot get to the promoting square. Okay, white to move and draw. Oh, I always fuck these up. I've never actually had a white to, you know, trying to find a draw here. So what I gotta do is find a way to force this king away from the pawn. It's not a rook pawn. If it's a rook pawn, there are a number of ways to do that. Like, okay, so moves that I can't do. I can't move here or here, as the king covers them. Okay, if I move here, the king can't advance. The king can either go here or here. Okay. And then I went and did not the thing that I was calculating out, and it turned out maybe the thing that I was calculating out would have been right. Free queen. Free mate. Mates. Mates. Okay, if I put the bishop there, it pins this queen to the king, and I win the queen. can't go here because then the knight blocks. So I go here, and it's mate. Mates. Okay, if I go here, the queen is now pinned to the king. The king has to move. Where does the king go? Oh, I see. This wins a rook. Okay. So we've got the bishop and the queen both attacking this knight. It's defended only by this bishop. But the queen doesn't have a whole lot of places to go. Queen can't go here because these two knights both take. Queen can't go here because of this pawn. Queen can't go here because of the queen and the bishop. I think we're taking the queen. Yep. Okay. This king is kind of stuck. Go here. King's in check. Wait, no? Hell. Okay, black to move. Wait. Damn it. Trying again. I want to at least get over 30.
Okay.
This is just winning a knight, I think.
That's a maid. Okay. Now what? Okay, so this knight is hanging. This knight is also hanging. Go here and attack the queen, maybe? Protects my knight. Or is there something better? Okay, queen's hanging. So we've got to take care of that. And we get a free knight. Let's see, is there any way that backfires? No. Smothered mate. Okay. So this bishop's hanging. This knight is pinned. This is check. After which the king has to move. The king moves here, check, take rook. Okay. What's going on here? Well, if we go here, queen takes, rook takes, and we're up a rook. Okay.
Okay, there's this. That's just trading rooks. Okay, there's this. Sacrifice this rook. Rook takes. And then this is a fork, and I win a pawn. And there's an attack. And then my bishop pair can really come in. I think that's it. Let's just make sure there isn't mate or something here. Okay. We go here. That's check. Rook takes. Pawn takes. I think we're just taking the rook. And the other rook. Take this, pawn takes. Then queen here and it's mate. Okay, we've got this free queen here. But before we consider the free queen situation, we need to consider what goes on if we take that pawn. That's check. If knight blocks, then this is mate. If knight doesn't block, then king here, and this is mate. Go here, get the knight out of the way, and give check. Pawn takes. Okay. Go here. Then king here. Bishop here. White to move. That's mate. Okay. Okay, there's this. And I guess the king goes here. Rook here. Okay. So this bishop is here. Okay, so we don't... If we take the bishop, rook takes, and then queen takes. Okay, we're up to 30. This is where it gets exciting. Anyone who was here yesterday will remember... Ow! Ow, ow, ow. Well, they will, among other things, remember I slipped on ice and fell on my ass, and now that hurts when I move. But also, they will remember that I actually got up to 37, one short of my all-time record yesterday. And I'm doing this with 3 wickets in hand. We are not into the tail... Well, we're kind of into the tail end yet. And let me just say, as we take a little break, and just to mention, if you're enjoying the stream, please consider joining the supporters of this stream who make this stream and my work and my life possible. It's always very, very much appreciated. Makes the Inessa Almond translation project possible. And those people who have already supported the stream have my deep gratitude, and those who are considering doing it also do. Just thought I'd mention that before we figure out what the hell I'm doing here. Okay, so we got this bishop here, which is nice. We've got this queen, which can attack the king from a couple of different angles. This is check. This is check. Is anything else check? Okay, so what happens? Okay, queen here. Nothing can block. King can't go here because of the knight. King can go here. King can go here. Thank you, Puzzle Rush, for not making me figure out that entire variant. Okay. So, right now, that bishop is covering nearly all the escape squares for the king. This bishop is also a little bit hanging. I mean, this knight's totally hanging. We've got this. There's a bunch of shit going on here that's worrisome. Lots and lots of threats. So I'm thinking we're going to try to give check. Okay, check has been given. Now let's see. That square is cut off, that square is cut off, that square is cut off, that square is cut off. If we add this knight to the mix, king's in check, and that square is cut off. Very pretty. 32. This game reminds me, the mechanic of this game just reminds me of cricket, because if you don't follow cricket, and first of all you absolutely should, because cricket rocks, okay? That's the first thing. So just jot that down. Cricket rocks. But the way cricket works, unlike baseball, is you have the batters stay out in the middle until somebody gets them out, and the innings isn't over until 10 batters have been dismissed. So you're standing out as, so the idea, it's not so much like baseball, because, you know, in baseball you hit once and either you strike out or you run. In cricket you just stand there and have balls bowled at you until you get dismissed. Okay. And so far I've got 3 wickets. 3 batters that can still stay out there and score runs. So let's see. What can we do with that? This king's in a bit of trouble, I think. Okay, you got that bishop is cutting off those squares. This pawn is cutting off these squares. Rook's cutting off these, king's cutting off these. That's mate. We're on 33. Options. Okay, this queen I have to watch out for. Is that queen covers this square, which is 1 square from which I can give check. Go here, either king goes here or bishop goes here. Then I can bring this knight in. That was not the thing to do. Okay, still 2 wickets at hand. I'm on a 33. Okay, this looks like mate. Is there some reason it's not? Can anything take my knight on that square? No. 34. White to move. Okay. If I take here, knight takes. If I go here, I pin the knight. And then I can win the knight. $35. Okay. So what we've got here, I mean, this is mate in a lot of ways. This pawn is covering these squares. The main problem I've got here is that this bishop is kind of in the way. Now, another problem I've got is this other bishop can block. So if I want to give mate, then I have to prevent that. 36. Okay. Bunch of stuff going on. One thing going on is this pawn is threatening to promote. Another thing going on is that is a free bishop. This bishop can block the pawn's promotion. But right now it's pinned by this rook. If king here, then rook is attacked. Rook here, I guess, attacking. Okay. King here, rook is attacked. Rook has to move. One option there is for it to go here. Then bishop takes. If pawn takes, then the king can just take the pawn and the promotion threat is out the window. If pawn advances, then we can just take this bishop and we're just winning. I think that's what's going on here. Oh shit, this is much more of a dilemma than I thought. Okay, let me just see. So if I take this rook, then pawn there, king there, pawn here, king takes. Oh fuck. Oh, they're making it hard for me here. This is not easy. Okay, so now I have to, my king's attacked. But if I go here, yeah, I'm still okay. 37. This was where we made it yesterday. One short of my all-time record. And there's a lot going on in this position. Jesus. Okay, let's see. What all have we got here? Well, first of all, are there any threats to my king that require immediate handling? Okay, this is check, but queen takes. That's not a problem. Not worried about that, really. Okay, so this pawn can be taken. Okay, hang on. So, options here. I assume at that point, bishop takes, knight takes, wait, there's also this knight. Jesus, there's a lot going on here. That knight kind of messes up what I was thinking of. If I take this knight, pawn takes, well, one of these two pawns takes. Pawn here. So far, so good. Okay. Okay. If I get this right, I'm going to be equaling my all-time record. And I've still got 2 wickets in hand. Okay, so I take this. And either rook takes, in which case I can just take that knight and pin the rook to the queen, or queen takes, in which case I can take that knight and attack the queen. .38. I have now equaled my record. Holy shit. And I got 2 wickets in hand. That last problem that I solved was rated 2079. Okay, what's going on here? I think what's going on here is I'm going to take a little bio break, collect my thoughts, and then come back to this. I gotta take a few deep breaths before we do this.
Hi, and welcome to Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. I am Elise, translator, editor, and writer with 20 working languages, and this is where we talk about languages and language learning and all sorts of other stuff, and we play games.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support. and it's been a real lifeline for me. So, anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Perfect. Okay, 3 of 4.
E l'ospitale
還元一級の先というのは、本当に誰も知らない字ばっかりでしょうね。私は、
Okay, we've leveled up and it is time to pick another language. Morfar är tröttare än vanligt. Maten är färdig. And let's see what we're doing when we get back. Greek. We're doing Greek when we get back. Benedese. Had a beautiful day. Fun fact. Turkish. Hello, Shakespeare. How you doing? Fun fact, in Spanish, the word for bishop in chess is alfil. And that actually comes from Arabic. Fil. The same word fil as this. Meaning elephant, because the bishop traditionally was to represent elephant units somehow. Similarly, in Russian, the word for bishop is squad, and that also means elephant.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time, and we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So, anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
ça, c'est ça, che c'est ça, non ça, c'est ça. Sol chi sa che nulla sa, ne sa più di chi ne sa. Ecco.
Bonjour et bienvenue à Hyper Polyglotting avec Élise. Moi, c'est Élise, traductrice, éditrice et écrivain avec 20 ans de travail. Et ça, c'est la transmission en direct ou en jeu des jeux, surtout GeoGuessr en dernier temps. Et parle des langues, de la linguistique, de l'acquisition des langues. 10-159. Haven't made a huge dent in it, but we're getting there. Okay, gonna do some Chinese now. Nej. Come on. Igen. Jo. 5. Ducks are drinking wine. Bangvas. Okay, Bangvas is duck. Okay, I have now leveled up. Let's see what the XP situation is now. 10,340 out of 12,500. And as always, viewers can choose my next language for me just with a follow and a $5 to my Patreon.
Sotto le frasche del capanno 4 gatti grossi stanno. Sotto 4 grossi sassi, 4 grossi e grassi gatti. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Facile. Sì, ecco, la gente... è la cosa che mi dice la gente, sempre che scopri che quante lingue parlo. Io sempre avevo l'impressione, diciamo, di che non era così, non era tan così, ma poi, dopo di aver visto qualche poliglota in YouTube, una delle cose che avevo scoperte era giustamente che la metodologia.
And here we go. I'm back. And I'm on 38 with 2 wickets in hand. And it is time to figure out whether I can beat my all-time record. I've equaled it. My all-time record is 38. If I solve this puzzle, which is black to move, and there's a lot going on, then I will have beaten my record, which I only said a couple of weeks ago, right on this stream. Okay, now what's immediately... That's the thing about chess. That is the cool thing about chess, actually, is there are objectively right answers to these things. Incidentally, I love the idea of a bayou break. Like, I'm gonna go and, like, wrestle alligators. That's what... Okay, chat, that's the headcanon for this. When I go off on a break, I'm wrestling alligators and eating things with Cajun seasoning. But okay, the immediate thing that jumps out to me here is this diagonal. Now right now my queen is being attacked by this pawn. This pawn is defended by that knight and this queen. It is attacked by my queen, my bishop. Oh, it's a great speak to text though. Like, so everything that goes on here, I'm fairly certain what it comes down to is the right move order. Because this knight is undefended. So I'm gonna just leave out queen takes, because that, then I'm just down a queen. I mean, then I guess knight takes and bishop takes, and I mean, yeah, I'm winning probably this knight here, but that sucks, so that's not it. So let's try this. Queen takes, knight takes. Knight takes. Bishop takes. At this point, my bishop is pinning the knight to the rook. Okay, so far so good. Now another interesting variant here is I take the knight with the queen. Queen takes, I take the queen, and I'm also getting a knight for dessert. Actually, I think that's what I'm doing. But wow, okay, so if that's what I'm doing, and I'm right about that, then I will have broken my record. I have not broken my record. Damn. I should have gone with my first instinct. If I'd gone with that, I think I would have won this. Okay. And this knight is pinned to the king. Now so I think the idea is to get mate or possibly to win this queen. So what do we do? Okay, one option is we go knight here, rook here. King has to go here. What happens then? I'm not seeing that immediately, so then there's this. Rook here. King can go here or here. If king here, I guess I'm following up. So well. One of the problems I gotta deal with here is this knight can see these two squares, and the rook can go to both of them. Okay, another variant. Queen here. Rook here? Rook here. King has to move. Okay. Oh, she lit. I have broken my record with one wicket in hand. Okay. If we go here, that's king in check. Can anybody block that? No, so the king's got to go here. Hey, Riveroon, you're coming in just in time. I just broke my record.
And I've still got one wicket in hand. So I'm setting a new record now. If I go here... Okay. Deep breath. Candidate moves. Okay, that does not look good. Because king just takes, and then I don't think I have anything after that. Another option. Rook here. This pawn takes because the other one is pinned by the bishop. Okay. Now, rook can't really go here because of this knight. So to continue the attack, okay, that would be made in one. And then, I mean, at that point, what does black even do? I guess this, and then I take 40. Holy shit. I am up to 40. Okay, a bunch of things going on here. Okay, so got this bishop is attacked, but it's defended by the pawn and that knight. We've got this king is kind of in a precarious position. So we go here. Pawn has to take. Queen takes with check. New record. My all-time best. And I got 33. 33 before I made my first mistake. My best, let's see, my highest rated problem that I solved was rated 2216. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Good timing there, Nightbot. Thank you. Yes, do what Nightbot says. It's always very much appreciated. Because it is kind of a lifeline for me now. Now, I'm gonna look at a couple of videos and then maybe play some Rapid. So, changing gears, having just broken my record. 40, a nice even number there, nice and round. Hello, Marklon of Sinope. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, please tell me. Well, it's funny you should ask, because I just broke a Puzzle Rush record. My personal best before today was 38. My personal best now is 40. So, I'm kinda happy. Where are you joining us from? We're about to look at some surprising free language learning resources. And then maybe play some Rapid in between. So, we have la meilleure tarte au chocolat avec pâte sablée. Recette facile et ultra fondante. So, pastry, this is French through the medium of pastry. See, there is, for people who aren't familiar with, like, the science of language acquisition, there's something called comprehensible input that is at the absolute heart of how our brain picks up new languages. And the whole way the comprehensible input works is that we just understand messages. We understand things that are being said to us, you know, that we're watching or hearing or whatever. And we do that fundamentally. Okay. Mark Lynn. Okay, cool. Not a name I've seen before. Interesting name. So, the thing is, the way it works is your brain is essentially taking what it hears, combining it with that with all of its existing knowledge, and all of the context, like what's being seen and stuff like that. And it gradually sort of makes sense out of the stuff that it's hearing, and by combining it with all the other things. It's a process called implicit learning. You don't even really know you're doing it, but gradually stuff you're hearing just starts making sense. So, and tutorial videos, I find, are particularly good for this. Because tutorial videos are always telling you, if they're done well, will show you what's going on at the same time as they tell you what's going on. Okay, get that chat widget up there. So we're going to start out with French through pastry. It's got chocolate in it, and that already makes me interested. That's kind of all you need for me. And it looks, I mean, the photography looks good, so we'll see. This is a channel called Les Ateliers de Ludo. Découvre la recette ultime de la tarte au chocolat maison. Une pâte sablée croustillante, une ganache de chocolat fondante, et more. So, we're gonna see.
Je sais pas si vous avez déjà goûté.
First of all, I like to look at what the subtitle situation is. Okay, we got auto-generated French subtitles. I'm gonna drop this link in chat, and if it turns out to be a good resource, it meets the sort of criteria that I use to say for comprehensible input for beginners and intermediates. It'll end up in the French resources channel on the Discord. So here we go.
La meilleure tarte au chocolat qui existe, mais je vous le dis de suite, c'est celle-ci. Salut à tous, c'est Ludo, bienvenue sur ma chaîne Les Ateliers de Ludo. Aujourd'hui, j'ai envie de vous apprendre à réaliser une tarte au chocolat.
Okay, he speaks very clearly. He speaks at a natural speed, not too fast, not too slow. These French subs are accurate so far. And I will say, like, visually striking and stuff. Good photography. So far, so good.
Voilà, qui est une pépite. Elle est à la fois simple à réaliser et tellement bonne. Une pâte sablée, une ganache au chocolat fondante et c'est tout. Vous allez voir, c'est réalisé en un tour de main et ça fait plaisir à tout le monde. C'est hyper agressif. Moi, c'est une tarte que j'adore. Mais avant de commencer la recette, je vous rappelle que vous pouvez vous abonner à ma chaîne YouTube. On est de plus en plus nombreux. Merci à tous ceux qui nous rejoignent ces derniers temps. Ça fait super plaisir.
Yeah, like, okay. Metropolitan French, I should add. It's not Québécois. It's not one of the other variants of the Grande Francophonie. This is very much sort of metropolitan, I would say Parisian French. And he speaks very clearly, so far so good. Well, the real test of this as comprehensible input is going to be how he does the step-by-step stuff.
Pensez à liker cette vidéo si vous l'avez aimée ou si la recette vous tente.
Actually, I'm going to send this link to my mother as well, because I think she might like this. Okay, here we go.
Et si vous êtes prêt à réaliser avec moi cette délicieuse tarte fondante au chocolat, eh bien c'est parti pour la recette. On va commencer par réaliser notre pâte sablée. Pour cela, nous aurons besoin de farine.
Okay, good. A close-up of the ingredients as he's describing them. Farine, flour,
T55, de beurre doux bien froid, de sucre glace, de sel, d'œufs et de poudre d'amande.
Okay. I mean, ideally, I find for this, it's best if you see each of the ingredients individually because it helps increase the ability to recognize the words. But that wasn't bad.
Je vous rappelle que l'intégralité et le détail des ingrédients de cette recette se trouve juste en dessous de cette vidéo, en barre de description.
And if you like this, okay, the recipe's in the description. Oh, it's a KitchenAid Artisan. That's a good mixer.
Je vais réaliser ma pâte sablée dans la cuve du batteur, donc je commence par verser ici la farine. J'ajoute ensuite.
See, you get repetition of the words. That's good. He shows you the farine, the flour. And then he pours it in there. So this is the sort of thing that helps your brain start to say, oh, wait a second, every time he's doing something with flour, he says farine. And gradually these patterns build up in your head and your brain starts actually just understanding what he's saying, basically. Not over the course of one video, I should be clear. You watch a lot of this stuff, the right kind of stuff, the good stuff. And gradually, these patterns build up in your head, and you will start to just understand things as a result. And it doesn't matter what it is. What matters really more than anything, apart from just these particular characteristics that I'm pointing out as we go, what matters is that it's something you care about enough to keep watching, and it helps if it's something you already know a thing or two about, because it helps you create the context in your head. It helps you predict what's going to be said about the things. And that makes it easier to make sense out of it. Like, I learned a lot of Georgian from a very basic chess book. And part of what made that possible was because it was for absolute beginners, and I'm not that. I knew like virtually everything that it was going to be telling me anyway, and so my brain could fill in the gaps because I know what it's going to be explaining. And it works like this for these things too.
À ma farine, le beurre bien froid coupé en gros dés.
Beurre, so
again, we're getting the repetition of the names of the ingredients.
Ici, c'est important que le beurre soit froid pour pouvoir sabler le mélange. Donc hop, je vais mélanger l'ensemble en utilisant la feuille du batteur, donc le
Sabli. Okay, I know. See, okay, here's one of the things that happens when you're multilingual. I know exactly what he means by sabli. I know what he means by sabli because he is talking about a particular dough consistency that I am familiar with because my family's apple pie recipe also tries to get the dough for the crust into that sort of consistency. Literally, sabli is like sandy. But that's not right. That's not what we'd say in English. But I don't know what the hell we would say in English. But I know exactly what he means by sabli. Because, the reason I know what he means by sabli is because we also use cold butter when we're making it. In fact, we try to keep the dough cold while we're doing it. Flaky, that's what it's going to be, flaky.
Fouet plat, juste farine.
Le batteur, and you see the mixer. I have to say, I didn't know that it came in matte colors. Holy shit. I've never seen an attachment like this. That is a great attachment. Because you see, it's got that scraper on the side. It's got the bowl scraper built in. That rocks. I did not know that a built-in bowl scraper existed. That would make life so much easier.
Et beurre froid, jusqu'à ce que le mélange en fait ait une texture bien sableuse. C'est ce qui va faire toute la texture de la pâte. On y va.
Yeah, sableuse. Yeah, okay.
Ici, j'ai mélangé.
Yeah, this is like very similar to the pie crust we make for the apple pie. Yeah, I mean, he's talking about flaky pastry, sableuse. Sabli.
Pendant 3-4 minutes à petite vitesse et on voit déjà que mon mélange a une texture très sableuse. C'est exactement ce qu'on veut pour la pâte sablée. Je peux maintenant ajouter mes autres ingrédients, à savoir l'œuf battu. Alors attention ici, j'utilise de l'œuf battu à température ambiante, surtout pas d'œuf froid. Et ici j'utilise une
surtout pas d'œuf froid. Ok.
Quantité très précise d'œufs, environ 40.
Both. See, I would say both as a tutorial and as a language learning resource. If you hear like claws scratching on wood in the background, that is because our very excitable little dog is chasing after a ball, an activity for which she does not do spontaneously. She does it if she is bribed with little chunks of bread.
Grammes, il est bien important de respecter les quantités d'œufs parce que sinon vous allez apporter de l'humidité à votre pâte et celle-ci va coller au moment de l'étaler. Ça va être le bazar, ça ne fonctionnera pas. Donc je vous rappelle que je vous remets les quantités précises de cette pâte sablée en barre de description juste en dessous de cette vidéo. Après avoir ajouté
le bazar is the, I guess, the more socially acceptable version of saying le bordel.
J'ajoute le sel,
the salt,
le sucre glace,
the powdered sugar. Wow, this is actually very similar to the recipe that we use, actually. The consistency of the crust, the way he showed the finished one, is different. But okay, I mean, this is neat. I'm gonna have to try this out. I wonder if we got the ingredients here. I think we do. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this. This is making me hungry as well.
Et la poudre d'amande. Alors la poudre d'amande ici va vraiment apporter un goût particulier à ma pâte sablée. Si vous n'en avez pas à la maison, vous pouvez la remplacer par de la poudre de noisette, c'est tout aussi bon, ça marche
like almond flour.
Aussi bien. Et si vous n'aimez pas ça ou si vous êtes allergique, vous remplacez simplement la poudre d'amande par de la farine à quantité égale. Je peux maintenant mélanger ma pâte sablée à petite vitesse pendant 2-3 minutes jusqu'à obtenir une pâte à la texture homogène, mais en veillant surtout à ne pas trop travailler la pâte pour ne pas lui donner une trop grande élasticité. Allez, c'est parti.
Yeah, this, I would say, is an excellent video for these purposes. So let me get that video URL, and I'm going to drop it in the Discord in French resources. And I am going to think about like making this thing, because like, God, this sounds really good.
En moins d'une minute, ma pâte a une texture homogène. Donc vous voyez, j'ai même pas battu très longtemps. Je débarrasse ma pâte sablée sur une feuille de film alimentaire, ici.
Une feuille de film alimentaire. And you can see the feuille de film alimentaire. And since it is an object that most likely everybody recognizes, yeah, you can actually, yeah, you know, your brain is making these connections.
Et je viens la filmer au contact tout en l'aplatissant.
Platissant.
Je vais lui donner une forme de palais. Hop, je la filme bien au contact ici. Je l'aplatis. Et je vais pouvoir la placer au réfrigérateur pendant 2 heures minimum, jusqu'à refroidissement complet de celle-ci. Ma pâte à sucre.
And I mean, just fun fact, this is a little pro tip that I happen to be aware of. This kind of dough will freeze. If you make like extra dough for a tart like this or a pie like this, for like the crust, and you don't want to use it immediately, but you want to have it so you can just make the filling and enjoy yourself, you can do that. You can just stick it in the freezer and it will freeze quite well, and then you just thaw it out and you can do all the usual stuff with it.
Suffisamment refroidi, je vais pouvoir l'abaisser. Donc je commence par fariner mon plan de travail. Je farine très légèrement la surface de ma pâte. Et à l'aide du rouleau à pâtisserie, je viens l'abaisser sur une épaisseur d'environ 2 à 3 mm. Lorsque ma pâte est suffisamment étalée, je peux utiliser mon cercle ici de montage, un cercle de 22 cm de diamètre, comme repère. Je viens de déposer ici sur la pâte à tarte et je viens découper autour un disque à environ 3-4 cm autour de mon cercle. Hop, comme ça, ça nous évitera de nous encombrer des chutes. Donc je retire les chutes de pâte ici et je viens récupérer mon abaisse de pâte en l'enroulant tranquillement autour de mon rouleau à pâtisserie.
Okay, yeah, so that is, I think, this Les Ateliers de Ludo, probably a good channel if you're interested in learning French and you want to do it through the universal language of snacks. So check that out. The list is the link is in chat and also over in the Discord under French resources. And we're gonna check out another one. This is one GGM just recommended. Looks like it could be quite good. Receta paella valenciana, la auténtica receta de Valencia, Loli Domínguez. Y vamos a ver. La cocina de Loli Domínguez. Okay. Okay, Ludo, we'll come back to you later when I'm thinking of making that amazing chocolate tart.
Estamos en Valencia, vamos a preparar la auténtica paella valenciana.
Okay, I have to say the visual isn't as good on this. Like, I mean, you want to have ideally you want really good production values. You don't have to, I should say. You really don't have to. Okay, we got bespoke Spanish subtitles. That's always good. We got, yeah.
Valenciana, y vamos a necesitar para 4 o 5 personas, vamos a necesitar aceite de oliva virgen extra, que será aproximadamente como un poco menos de medio vaso. Un poco de sal, pollo...
Yeah, like, I have to say, like, the video quality isn't great. She's doing the things that I would recommend for making this video good for, like, language acquisition. But the thing is, everything's so fucking blurry. So, like, you can't really tell what she's pointing at some of these times.
Aquí tenemos 1 kilo 100 gramos y medio kilo de conejo y 2 higaditos de pollo. Vamos a necesitar 350 gramos de judía verde, 150 gramos de garrofó. El garrofó es fresco y se
It's the autofocus that isn't great, I think.
encuentra dentro de estas vainas, que es muy fácil de abrir, ¿ves? Solamente hay que abrirlas y sacarlo.
Okay. She shows the things she's doing as she explains what she's doing. That's good.
¿Vale? 3 tomates, en este caso pesan unos 400 gramos. Vamos a necesitar pimentón dulce, azafrán en hebra, colorante alimentario, medio kilo de arroz y unas ramitas de romero. Y luego para decorarlo le pondremos unas rodajitas de limón.
Yeah, let me just drop this link in chat as well.
Vamos a empezar troceando la judía verde. Como es muy tierna, lo vamos a trocear con la mano, con unos trozos que haremos de unos 3 dedos.
I mean, that hits different. Is it also, that could also mean the green Jew, which actually sounds like Mr. Spock. He's Leonard Nimoy was Jewish. He actually got his start in Yiddish theater, and Vulcans are green.
Dedos aproximadamente. Le retiramos la puntita y el rabito de detrás y lo partimos así. La verdura cuando es muy fresca dobla por ella misma y rompe, así.
Okay. She does the thing and she shows the thing. I mean, like, literally the only thing I've got to say, the only thing I say that speaks against it really is the lighting and the autofocus. But other than that, not bad. I mean, for these for the sort of language acquisition purposes, because really, the more sort of visually striking, the more that it sort of takes you in visually, the better, because that helps deal with the fact, that helps sort of compensate for the fact that you aren't necessarily understanding everything.
Ya tenemos las judías verdes troceadas y bien lavadas y las reservamos hasta el momento que las vayamos a utilizar. Los tomates los vamos a partir y los vamos a rallar. Cuando se utilizan productos frescos, el resultado de la comida indudablemente va a ser mucho mejor.
Okay. That was actually an error in the, well, it's a subtle green in the subtitle, because there's rayar con doble L, which means to grate, and rayar con Y, which means to, like, draw on something or to do graffiti on it, and it got the wrong one.
Ya tenemos los tomates troceados, perdón, rallados y listos para su momento de uso. La paella que vamos a utilizar es para 5 personas. Es este tamaño, vamos a ponerle el aceite. El aceite solo tiene que cubrir la parte central, porque...
Sí, lo sé, bo. Pero también, no sé, es que suena como medio raro.
Como es de
yo les diría poroto verde.
oliva virgen extra, ahora cuando se caliente se va a extender bastante. En principio solo le vamos a poner ese. Vamos a encender el fuego. Después de echarle el aceite, hay que centrar la paella, quiere decir nivelar.
Okay. So,
para que se quede el aceite
so far,
justo en el
like,
centro.
in terms of the things that you want a video like this to do in order to
create the mental connections between what's being said and what's being done are not bad. I mean, it's just like this autofocus isn't great. It's given me a bit of a headache.
Si se fuese hacia un lado, la cocción sería irregular. El aceite ya está caliente y vamos a poner un poquito de sal en el fondo para que cuando pongamos la carne no nos salpite.
That's interesting. Okay. Does that work? She says apparently you won't get splattered if you put salt into the oil. I'd never heard that before. She's saying that you put salt into the oil, and then when you put the rabbit, that's what's going in here, conejo, then you put salt in there and it won't splatter you. You're gonna have to try that out.
Vamos a ir poniendo la carne. El hígado lo vamos a dejar para ponerlo un poco más adelante. Ponemos un poco de sal en la carne y vamos a ir sofriéndola hasta que esté en un punto que nosotros se vea el que queremos. La carne se tiene que quedar bien doradita. Esta paella es la original y auténtica paella valenciana, la que aquí en Valencia cocinamos.
Yeah, so
en todas las casas, casales.
This is definitely not bad. I can't speak to the recipe. I'm not really opposed to a paella. My cuisine is more Italian than anything.
Se cocinan infinidad de tipos de arroces que se utiliza este recipiente por el cual le llaman paella, pero realmente la paella valenciana es esta. Ya tenemos la carne a medio dorar y en este momento vamos a incorporarle.
To say, rabbit. I could not tell rabbit and chicken apart by looking.
El higadito y la molleja. Lo vamos a poner la parte más lejos de nosotros porque suele saltar y no queremos quemarlo. Ahora le pondremos también un poquito de sal. Ya tenemos el dorado en nuestra carne que deseamos, se ha quedado con un aspecto precioso y vamos a...
De ser así, yo lo haría también cuando estoy haciendo papas fritas igual.
A añadirle la judía verde. La judía verde se la ponemos toda y enseguida
Well,
repartimos.
it's sizzling a lot, but it isn't necessarily like splattering outside of that huge pan.
La paella que se vaya sofriendo. Le vamos a añadir también.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine the bone structure is very different. I mean, obviously the fucking rabbits look very different when they're all in one piece. But I mean, you could pass these off to me as chicken wings and I would believe you.
El garrofón, como hemos dicho, que es fresco, se añade en este momento. Si no encontrásemos fresco, una buena opción es comprarlo congelado. Ya en todos los centros comerciales o grandes superficies encontramos verdura de paella congelada, que también es una buena opción. Vamos a sofreírlo junto con la carne. Bueno, ya tenemos la verdura sofrita, vamos a hacer un espacio aquí en el centro.
Yeah, so, I mean, good use of the camera here. Like, she's explaining the thing and she's doing the thing. I think I'm going to switch away. This is the lack of focus is kind of giving me a headache. Well, because I've got this full screened here, and so I'm looking at it and it's all very blurry. I have never had rabbit. Now, this is another sort of technique that I'm curious about this because it just showed up in my recommendations. Maybe it's not good for this, but she's teaching Spanish in Malayalam,
And she's teaching Spanish in a way that is not particularly effective. I mean, she's just sort of having, memorizing, memorize phrases, memorize grammar and stuff like that. But the thing is, when you have somebody, no tení por qué disculparte. Salvo lo del enfoque, de la calidad del video en el sentido visual, en el sentido camarográfico, fue muy bueno. Así que gracias por recomendárnoslo. So she's going to be explaining Spanish in Malayalam, which can be a useful way to learn some Malayalam. So I'm just going to check this out.
Bienvenidos, everybody. Welcome to Spanish with Lali. Hope you all are doing
Okay,
well.
I need to turn this volume way up.
Ow. Today I'm going to teach you the verb tener, infinitive basic verb on tener. Yo tengo, I, tengo.
Oh, she's mostly just doing it in English. So, not really what I was looking for. I knew, when I was in high school, I knew a Malayala girl, and she knew I was interested in languages, and she told me, as a Malayalam speaker, that she thought Malayalam was the hardest language in the world, and that's always made me a bit curious about it. So, we're going to switch over. And this is Farsi, I believe. Fehriman, Kahraman, Shatranj, Kare, Amerika Shadam. Okay, this is Farsi chess content. Good camera work, and the nice thing about chess videos for this purpose, as we're winding down for the night, is that you generally have the visual right there. I mean, you got a diagram, she's talking about the pieces, she's moving the pieces, you can see the pieces, and that makes it kind of ideal, at the very least, if chess is something you enjoy and know anything about.
دوستان عزیزم، امیدوارم که حالتون عالی باشه. من برگشتم با یک ویدیوی دیگه و همونطور که احتمالا اینستاگرام من رو دنبال میکنید، آتوسادات پورکاشیان، میدونید که من در جمهوری دومینیکن بودم و در مسابقات قهرمانی قاره
جمهوری دومینیکن بودم. She was in the Dominican Republic apparently. Farsi is a language that I've been wanting to learn properly for a while. I kind of work on it on and off and stuff, and I understand a little bit, and then I don't understand other things. So I'm always curious about Farsi resources. She speaks pretty clearly, I think. Fairly, like, natural speed.
آمریکا شرکت کرده بودم و خب اولین باری بود که در مسابقات قاره آمریکا شرکت میکردم. من در مسابقات قهرمانی آسیا بارها شرکت کرده بودم و افتخار اینو داشتم که در سال 2010 قهرمان شطرنج آسیا هم در اون آنالیزم و بنابراین من با حرکت D4 بازی کردم.
D4 بازی کردم. Okay. D4 بازی کردم. So D4, okay, and she played D4. D4, D4 for بازی کردم. I guess بازی کردن is to play, like play a move. Okay. And she, so let's see.
با حرکت D4 بازی رو آغاز کردم. ایشون حرکت D5 رو انجام داد. C6 ما وارد اسلاف شدیم. اسب F3، اسب F6،
اسب F6، اسب Knight F6،
C3، D در C4 و خب حرکت اصلی این شاخه هست. در C4 حرکت A4 جلوگیری از حرکت B5 سیاه هست. حریفم در اینجا حرکت فیل F5 رو انجام داد. من اسب E5 کردم، به پیاده C4 حمله کردم و خب اینجا سیاه نمیتونه مثلا حرکتی مثل ایشیش رو انجام بده، چرا که
Okay.
سفید میتونه مرکز رو بگیره و همونطور که
Marquez Center. Yeah. So she speaks pretty clearly. She goes kind of fast here. So that is kind of a strike against it if you're like an absolute beginner. She's not talking fast, she's just moving fast through these moves in the opening so far. So that can make it a little bit difficult. But still not bad. Like, I am not at all flash in Farsi, and I'm understanding a fair bit because she's speaking at a pretty natural, not too fast speed.
میدونید یکی از نکات بسیار مهم در شطرنج گرفتن مرکز هست. خب علیف من حرکت اسب D7 رو انجام داد. تا اینجای بازی
اسب D7
ما در هوم پریپریشن یا اون تدارک خانگی خودمون قرار داشتیم و جفتمون خب میدونستیم که باید چیکار کنیم از لحاظ شروع بازی. اینجا من پیاده C4 زدم، ایشون حرکت اسب B6 رو انجام دادن، من حرکت اسب E5 و
E5 knight B5
حرکت A5. خب بعد از حرکت A5 من حرکت H4 انجام دادم و طرح حرکت H4 این هستش که یه جورایی سفید بعد
and this is Atusa Burkashian.
وقتا میخواد که فیل سیاه رو به دام بیاندازه و یه جورایی طرح H4 شبیه لاین کاروکان هستش که ما H4 با طرح H5 بازی میکنیم. خب حریف من حرکت H6 رو انجام داد، F3 اسب D7 E4 و در اینجا اسب
Yeah, this is good. She's like saying the move as she does it, and so gradually, and including, you know, the name of the piece and stuff as she's moving it. So the thing is, like, yeah, you will start to understand that probably faster than you understand other things that are going on. But what that means is that you will understand those words when she says them in other places, in other contexts. And so your understanding of those things can help you to unlock the context, and the context helps you to unlock your understanding of other stuff. I mean, it's a recursive, iterative process. And it's actually kind of fascinating to experience it, I find.
خب فکر کنم اسب E5 اولین حرکتی بودش که سیاه تقریبا میتونم
سیاه, black.
بگم.
Let me just say, as we're sort of closing in on it for this week, thank you so much to everybody who has joined in today and yesterday on the stream. I hope you've been enjoying the stream. And if you are enjoying the stream, please consider supporting the Inessa Armand translation project. I am translating the works of Inessa Armand, and she was the first head of the Bolshevik women's section. Her works were suppressed under Stalin, never got translated into English until I started doing it. So far I've done 37 out of 38 of her extant essays and speeches, trying to raise $8,500. I have so far raised like a little over, 60% of that. So I'm still trying to find about 3,400, and it is at the moment a major lifeline for me because times are kind of rough. So if you can and would like to, then I very much appreciate contributions. If you can't, don't feel bad about it. A lot of people can't. It's a difficult time we're in. But if you can, it's like it helps me out a lot, and it helps make the expand the available English language Marxist canon, which is also a cool thing. Let me just drop a link for those who would like to do so. You can also just subscribe to my Patreon, which is Patreon. Similarly, if you want to keep in touch in between streams, let me just drop you the link to my my Discord.
Thank you for the congratulation. It's always cool when I manage to unlock an achievement like that and it's on stream. Sometimes I will do something that cool and it isn't on stream, so I can't even like post it for like content and shit. But this time I could, and thank you for being with me while I was doing it. I found that very exciting. Let me just drop this video's link into the Discord while I'm thinking about it, into the Farsi resources section, which is growing. There we are. Yes, bunches of stuff. Most of it at the moment chess related. So have a good evening, and I will see you next week at 4:30 p.m. Friday, U.S. Eastern Time, or Friday at 4:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, which makes a lot more sense, syntactically speaking. And we will look at more unexpected language learning resources and play some more chess, and maybe see if I can break another personal record, because I seem to be on a bit